Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Chelsea Transfer News Daily video for you guys. And this video we're getting to 3 to 4 reports. First one is going to be a discussion regarding N'Golo Kante, interest being shown from Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid. Give my thoughts, opinions on whether we should consider to cash him in or potentially sell. Also, we're discussing Chelsea's significant loss due to the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic, the global pandemic. Going to be discussing that, what the consequences could be if we do not complete the season financially. Going to be discussing Emerson Palmieri, Benjamin Chilwell and Alex Telles, of course, as well, about the potential link-up. Now, before I do get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new on here. Make sure you hit the notification so you're notified for every time I do uploads, and comment down below your thoughts on each story and report that I do speak about. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Starting off with the discussion, the main talking point of this video, and that does regard N'Golo Kante. Now, of course, regarding N'Golo Kante, there has been many rumours, a lot of circulation and a lot of debate regarding N'Golo Kante. Now, there's always theories, there's always debates on the timeline, on Twitter, on social media, and there's some people that believe that we should be cashing on him, and there's some people, some part of the fan base believe that he's a world-class defender, world-class midfielder. There is no way that we should be even considering to let him go. And I'm going to kind of, play devil's advocate, balance both of the books. But before I do give, of course, my thoughts, opinions, let me get into the report. Now, starting off with the report, it was broken yesterday, in fact, yesterday evening, and it was broken by the Daily Star. And they basically say that Chelsea are becoming more open to the idea of selling N'Golo Kante despite having 3 years on his contract, with Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain looking at a possible transfer. Now, I know for a fact, and a lot of us already know, that PSG did show a lot of interest about 18 months ago. They were close to even signing him. His agent had discussions with the Paris Saint-Germain board, but Kante opted to stay in the end. And thankfully, a lot of our recent success is due to N'Golo Kante. He's been amazing for us. His box-to-box abilities, his physique, his athleticism, his ability to run those channels, win the ball back, one of the best ball-winning midfielders in Europe, hands down, a definite world-class player. And yes, he's lost his way a bit this season, but there has been some context behind that. Now, do I think that we should be selling him? And now this is my thoughts, opinions. Now, this is why I want you guys to interact as well. I love interacting with you and debating with you. Now, for me, the only reason why I would sell him is if we got a monstrous offer, or we got an unrefusable offer. An offer that we could simply not decline. And I'm talking your 110 to 120 million pounds. Now, some of you may think, that is refusable. That's not that much money, especially in today's market. But there's a few things you need to consider. Number one, with the global pandemic, with the coronavirus, it's going to financially hit clubs greatly. So a lot of clubs won't be able to even afford 100 million pounds on just one specific player. Number two, he's not the player he used to be. He's been quite injury prone this season. He's had a lot of muscular injuries. He relies a lot of his athleticism and his muscles. Now, as a result, he's been injury prone ever since the Europa League final against Arsenal last year, May. It has had a bit of a hindrance on him. Now, he is 29 years of age as well, so he could potentially be on a steady decline. That we are unsure of. But for me, the reason why I believe that's an unrefusable offer, because he hasn't been the best this season. And of course, due to the pandemic, most clubs won't be able to afford anywhere near that amount. But if PSG and Real Madrid want to cough up the likes of 120 million pounds or 130 million pounds, it's an offer we should definitely consider, in my personal opinion. Now, if it was below 100 million pounds, there's no way we should be accepting it. Now, I was told personally that Lampard still rates Kante highly. He still believes he's one of the best midfielders in Europe and that he's world class. I agree with that. I think he's lost his way a bit this season, but I think that now with the pandemic, he's got a chance to rest, to recover, gain his match fitness back properly, and he doesn't have to be rushed back. I think that a lot of times this season, Lampard has rushed him back, hence why a lot of niggles and a lot of injuries and training, and then, during the matches, etc. But when he fully gets his match fitness back, I think that we will see the return of the original Kante, and he's a world-class player. There's no denying that. He definitely brings a lot to the table, and for me, he does suit Lampard's side of football. You need the athletic box-to-box midfielder, and Kante does suit his style and his ability. So he's definitely a player that we should be keeping, in my personal opinion. But leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. Do you think that we should sell Kante even for a cheap free? Do you think that he's lost his way a bit? Do you believe that he's now injury prone? He's got a lot of muscular injuries. He's a player that he relies a lot of it on his athleticism. So of course, down the line, he may get a lot more injuries. He's very muscular. You could get a lot more muscular injuries. Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. But getting into the second part of the story, that does regard the finance side, the financial side. Now, it has been reported by the Daily Mirror that if Chelsea or the Premier League do not complete their season, then Chelsea as a specific club could record a £91 million loss overall. Now, I saw this and it is quite reliable, hence why it's in the title of this video. And for me, that is quite major news. Now, some of you may think, we haven't spent nearly 2 years. We should have a transfer kitty. We should have enough funds to pull off big transfers. Yes, you can look at it in that sense, but Champions League football is vital. Champions League football is crucial, especially if you want to get the top signings such as Jadon Sancho. But a 91 million loss is significant. That's near £100 million, and for me it's very, very significant. And it's not just going to be Chelsea, but a lot of clubs in the Premier League and even all across Europe due to the pandemic are going to be hit financially, going to record a lot of these losses. Now, the reason why we are having a £91 million loss is because of course we are unable to complete the season as of yet. The Premier League are still trying to find solutions to complete the season. Now, it was broken by Daily Mirror that the Premier League clubs are under massive pressure to complete the season because of the TV cash, as they would potentially have to pay back more than £750 million to various broadcasters, hence why Chelsea's cut is £91 million. The bigger clubs, the bigger teams, especially the top six, have a bigger cut to pay to the broadcasters and the TV companies, hence why we have a reported £91 million record loss. Now, like I said, that is going to impact our transfer budget, and of course there is pros and cons whether we should finish the season or we shouldn't. And of course we are going to have to wait until it's the safest possible time to end the season. In my personal opinion, it's looking highly likely if we are going to end the season properly, it's going to have to be behind closed doors, because this pandemic, it is a massive situation right now. It's killing thousands of people daily across Europe, and we're not going to be back to football anytime soon. So it's something that we need to be wary of. But if we do not complete the season, it might have big repercussions, big consequences. So I think that, in my personal opinion, for a financial side, we may have to complete the season. But that is just my thoughts, opinions. That's the reports as well. £91 million record loss. Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comments below. Do you think that we should be able to complete the Premier League season, or do you think that it should be null and void and we should just start a new one, regardless of the amount of financial losses that the Premier League clubs will have as a result? Now, getting into a bit more transfer news that does regard Emerson and Alex Telles. Now, Nicola Schedera, a reliable Italian journalist I mentioned numerous times on this channel, yesterday broke that Juventus and Napoli are interested in signing Emerson Palmieri. His agent is in talks with them, and Chelsea asked 25 to 30 million euros to sell him. Lampard wants to replace Emerson with one between Chilwell and Telles. Now, it's not new news, it's recycled news, it's old news. I know this, you've known this, your dog's known this, your nan's known this, everyone has known this story. It's looking, I'm 100% certain at least one of Alonso or Emerson will be sold this summer. We're looking for a world-class left-back to suit Lampard's style of football, to get world-class left-back, to have that complete full-back world-class partnership alongside Reece James. We need someone who's one of the best in Europe to be able to compete again, and Alex Telles does fit that profile. He suits Lampard's system. I've mentioned numerous times how he's amazing for us. Dead ball specialist, set-piece specialist, quick, agile, world-class defensively, world-class with attacking those spaces, and definitely one of the best left-backs in Europe. Hence why I believe Alex Telles will be a tremendous signing. But like I said, we've known for time that Emerson is looking likely he will be returned to Italy. Roberto Mancini, who's the Italian national head coach, reported numerous times that he would like to see Emerson return to Italy. And of course, if Emerson does return to Juventus or Napoli, then we will definitely be in for Telles. Now, I can confirm, I have been told by a source, you can even record this right now, Alex Telles will 100% be a Chelsea player. I was told this yesterday, it's done and dusted. He will 100% be wearing a Chelsea shirt next season. Whenever that season resumes, he will be wearing a Chelsea shirt. It's done and dusted. He will be a Chelsea player. Breaking news, it's done. So he will be one of either Alonso or Emerson's replacement, but he will be coming in that left-back spot next season. So fantastic news in my personal opinion. Like I said, this is old news, but I just wanted to report to you guys, to give you guys all the latest transfer news, of course. Now, a lot of you will be saying, what's going to happen with Hakim Ziyech? Now, we know Hakim Ziyech has that contract and will be a Chelsea player officially on the 1st of June. But of course, with the pandemic and the unprecedented circumstances, and with us unable to complete the Premier League season on time for the time being, we'll have Hakim Ziyech. Will he be arriving at Chelsea on time? Now, it was reported by Telegraph that he may stay at Ajax for an extra couple of seasons, because of course the Eredivisie needs to resume as well, and he may stay at Ajax for another couple of seasons and then come to Chelsea in the August term or the September term. But that's what the Telegraph are reporting. Going to wrap up the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this Chelsea transfer news daily video, like to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new on here. Make sure to hit the notification for every time I do uploads, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.